The History of Me and Sonic. Now, this is going into why I find Sonic a very interesting franchise and why I have literally gone into the continuity of the media a little bit more over the years, but why I was never a big Sonic fan, but why I was always interested in the Sonic series. So, I'll put it like this. So, I always thought the character of Sonic was interesting. You know, super speed. And I had a friend named Peter Peter has his own video on the channel, and this guy knew everything about Mario, Street Fighter, Tekken, all that shit. He will criticize you, he will correct you in a second about literally anything that has to do with a video game. He mods systems, he does everything, and he literally will school you on Sonic. And he told me one day that Sonic shoes were based off Michael Jackson. I found that very, very interesting. And that Sonic was based off Superman and many other forms of media. He actually introduced me that they can have more than one reference where it comes to creating a character. So Sonic is literally a very, very, very big franchise to me, and I really, this is a video to why I wish I was more of a Sonic fan and why I was more of like a Sonic, you know, nerd. I wish I was way more into Sonic than I am, and I'm not into Sonic. The whole point of this video is my history with Sonic and why I couldn't go for it, you know, and mainly because I've never had a Wii, and I've never had any Sonic games on PC. So this isn't me being this is me being completely honest. This is one of my insecurities in life. Sonic is a part of my insecurities in life. A lot of people praise me for literally being this anime guy, this and that, and then later on I look up all this other shit that people are into, and it really makes me jealous. Like, I'm really jealous of people like Sonic the Ghetto Heart or the Demigod Productions is his name now. I love how people are into Sonic, and now I was barely into Sonic. The most I would see Sonic is in freaking Smash Bros. That's how freaking lame my Sonic obsession is. But that's why I chose to make this video. This is the history of me and Sonic and why I wish I was all into something. And Sonic is one of those things where you have to go all out into something in order to be a fan. You can't just literally skim through it like how I did. So what I mean by skim through it is literally me and Sonic have a similar history to me in One Piece. How I got caught up with One Piece is I watched enough that was entertaining, and then all the other stuff I improvised by watching One Piece YouTubers and information. Like, I was using them as a news bulletin. Like, I would watch just enough of the anime, and I would skip whole fucking arcs. I would do this and that, but I would watch the most important arcs. I would watch the arcs that everybody was talking about, but then I would skip the fucking boring arcs, and then I would let the fucking YouTubers fill in. And I got literally into Sonic, the franchise, the exact same way. So you can literally call me gay, you can do anything. This is a part of my insecurities in life. I do have a lot of insecurities, even though I got a lot of respect. I grew up very one-dimensional because all I did was have an obsession, you know, for American cartoons, and then later on I got into anime, and you know, freaking I was always interested in what if I actually owned Sonic on PC. Like, back when Sonic was literally just pixels, back when they didn't have 3D Sonic, back when literally Sonic was literally just a game where you had to travel through rings, and literally I always wanted to know, like, how did it feel like being a little kid, growing up with the GameCube, growing up this and that, playing every single Sonic game, and I'm 100% jealous of those fans. Those are the type of people who I envy. Everybody's looking up to me today like I'm this freaking superstar. I'm like, dude, I've never owned a real Sonic game in my life. I feel so deprived. This is literally a big thing I want to get out there because I'm way more of a heavy One Piece fan, if you want to say it, than a Sonic fan. Let me get into like why I find Sonic, you know, interesting. So first of all, I was all into that Mario vs. Sonic debate. That was the biggest debate growing up. Sega versus Nintendo. I don't know the exact details. My homie Lily knew everything about the details in between. I just know that they had this major war on who was better, Sonic or Mario. Now that is literally crazy. It's literally, that's a huge fucking fact today. Back in the day, that was a big no-brainer, especially if you play Smash Bros. And all that shit. Sonic is literally top tier. And literally, I remember when growing up, there was a little bit of the original Sonic cartoon before we got into Sonic X, and literally the original Archie Sonic that literally with the Squirrel Girl and shit, literally, I fucking loved Sonic. I felt like it was so fucking crafty. I own a couple of the episodes of DVD, VHS. I love, you know, growing up with Sonic. I felt like it was really a different experience. Like, it really separates you from all the other, you know, continuities. And I love the Sonic universe. I feel like it's a very vast universe, and I love, you know, all the different character designs. I feel like literally the creator of Sonic, he almost legitimately has drift comparable to Akira Toriyama. Akira Toriyama is the creator of Dragon Ball Z, and I'm going to get into that a little bit later on in the video. Yes, I do know about that in Sonic. So literally, this is literally what I know about the continuity as a whole, but why I'm not a heavy Sonic fan, but why I'm jealous of real Sonic fans. And the real reason why I'm willing to say that is because literally, I'm going to start off with my childhood. So I'm going to put it like this. Before I get into literally one of the greatest pieces of media of all time, I have to state that the only game that I owned from the franchise was Sonic Heroes, and that was back at Big Mom's house. Literally so fucking crazy. The very first game that I had other than Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi was Sonic Heroes, and it was so freaking fun. And literally, Sonic Heroes. I love the theme song. I love the universe. I love different teams. My favorite team is Team Vector. I love Vector. I love Sonic's character designs. I love everything about the Sonic universe. It was pretty fun. But then I looked at all these other Sonic games, and I heard that all the other ones had better gameplay. But I'm not too sure about that, because I feel like Sonic Heroes may be like a fruity introduction. That's only because I'm not heavily into Sonic. I wasn't growing up with Sonic, so like literally, this may be like me jumping the gun, but literally, I heard there was a lot more better Sonic games out there, and that literally is like a weedy version of Sonic. I know, like, plain and simple, Sonic Heroes is one of the best on the charts, and I know literally all these people saying that Sonic Adventure was better, that Sonic this and that was better, and I know Sonic 06, I heard, was full of shit. So literally, fucking, this is all fucking rumors I heard. So I'm not an actual Sonic fan, but I do have a big history in Sonic. So I'll say it again. My first Sonic game I owned was at Big Mama's house, and it was literally Sonic Heroes for the PS2, and I love that game to the fullest. I love all the different dimensions. I love the teams, and that's a lot of things I love about the Sonic universe, is about literally all the different characters. So let me get to the character of Sonic, why I think Sonic is crazy. I like Sonic as the main character. He's literally, there's nothing that takes away from his focus. A lot of main characters literally have stolen spotlight, but Sonic literally does a good job of making the main character. You can't hate him at all, and literally, and he doesn't take the spotlight from other characters like he does, but he doesn't. He's better than Knuckles, but that's a little bit, you know, forced, if you ask me. Like, I love Knuckles that kicking up, but he's not my favorite, like, Sonic character. He's only my favorite because I get tired of seeing Sonic, and I don't like gay-ass Tails. And I love Knuckles and, like, how thuggish he is. I love Knuckles' character design, and I love his backstory. His backstory, the planets of the Echidnas Lily, and that's very comparable to the Namekians on Planet Namek and Lily. That is really crazy. I love how he was in charge of guarding the emeralds and treating him like shit in the show. I find that pretty funny. I love Sonic's drip. Literally super fucking crazy. Shadow the Hedgehog. I like Shadow better than Knuckles. I'm sorry just to put it out there. Before it was Shadow, it was Knuckles, and it was only Knuckles because I didn't like Tails. And literally, I was obsessed with Sonic, and my favorite, you know, female in Sonic has to be Rouge. I love Rouge. I feel like Rouge is so fucking sexy. I don't care. You can say whatever the fuck you want. Rouge is so fucking fine, literally. As far as, like, she might literally be better than Android 18 where it comes to sex appeal and character design. I've never seen such a scary design from literally a furry before. I've never seen something so cool. I love Rouge's character design. I also love Peach. Peach has a really nasty character design. I love her team in the game, and Lily, I'm really mad that Lily Vector and them didn't have to shine in Sonic X. So let's get to that a little bit. I watched Sonic X the whole freaking time it was on for kids, and I love the Sonic X theme song. Who doesn't? But at the same time, like, that doesn't automatically make you a real Sonic fan. Like, because once I look up all this other shit, like, that has nothing to do with Hypersonic. That has nothing to do with literally, like, the Five Nights at Freddy's Sonic. And I learned all that information by watching Sonic the Hedgehog. All my fucking, the real tough information I got from watching Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm like, what? Like, literally, because Sonic X literally has nothing to do with the Archie comics. And literally, I figured that out all the time. I'll read the Archie comics, but literally, so this is literally comparing, like, literally how I got caught up in One Piece, similar to how I kind of got interested in Sonic the Hedgehog. So this is literally this information I learned over time, and it made me feel so insecure, because the real reason why I felt very insecure about being, you know, speaking, I don't speak on Sonic, like, I don't get into debates like I do in One Piece, because One Piece debates, I will kill you. But fucking Sonic debates, I will keep my mouth shut, because I used to be infatuated with Sonic 06. Not the game, but the actual fucking movie. Back when I was in 7th grade, me and my mom, literally, like, my mom tried to get me to go see 300, and I skipped 300 just to watch Sonic 06 online. I didn't even know it was a fucking game. I thought it was a fucking movie because how clear it was. I love Silver's character design. And that's literally, I grew up where a lot of people saying that I was gay, saying that I was literally this and that. Like, you don't even play the fucking game, you're hella gay. Like, literally. That's where a lot of people say that I jumped to conclusions, was because of that prime example right there. I became a visionary because I watched Sonic 06 as a movie versus a game, and I heard that the game was ass. I never played Sonic 06. Everybody would laugh at me. Ah ha 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 ha. You think of this and that. I'm like, the silver not look clean? It's not. Ah ha ha. You got bodied by Shadow. Ah ha 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 ha. And that's why I don't speak on Sonic. And that is literally, that's another thing why I grew up in the fucking world. Like, people say that I jumped to conclusions because I look at people like Silver, I think he's the fucking shit. He's like, you know, he got tossed around in the fucking show. And literally, little did they know that that helped me in the fucking future. That example on how I envision, instead of actually, you know, putting myself out there for the continuity of the series, is literally how I want in life. Like, I'll put an example. I had this rap battle with this one dude online where we chose anime characters, and literally, what happened is when I chose his character, I chose the characters, and it turned out to be one of the best battles in the channel, and that's because I envisioned it, and then I set out for it. That's what Dr. Dre did, and that's why I became very successful in terms of life. That is literally, people sleep on that concept. It's like, literally, that's literally how, literally, they kept on attacking me in society. You may look like something, but you're not that. You may look like a stereotypical black guy, but you're not that, you know. But, you know, that's a whole bunch of other shit. A whole bunch of shit in society attack me because of the way I view Silver. Oh, he looks so fucking tight. What? Okay, well, how's he act? You know, he's a ripoff of Future Trunks, and let's go into that a little bit. There's a whole bunch of things that literally are connected between Sonic and Dragon Ball, like Super Sonic and Super Saiyan. Yes, I know that about Sonic. I learned that over time. There's a whole lot of other shit that goes into Sonic, and that's why I made that Namekian comparison. So I know that literally there's a whole bunch of other shit that goes into the continuity of Sonic, and why I always compete with Dragon Ball. They compared the Chaos Emeralds to the Dragon Balls. Yes, I know about all that. So all these facts I'm spitting about Sonic, even though they're true, if I was to take a Sonic test, I wouldn't pass. That's what makes me insecure about. That literally is one of my insecurities. You know, all that facts I just stated, if you actually put it to a test, I would fail. And that's literally the confession I'm making for this video. This guy thinks Sonic 06 is cool. I knew Shadow was a piece of shit. Shadow was fucking cool. It had some really nice, you know, stages. It had some really cool shit. Like, Mecha Shadow was pretty cool. But literally, at the same time, you know, that's not a real Sonic game. And that's literally what they call it. I really enjoy PG-13. I feel like Sonic has a lot of unique shit compared to other forms of media. And I really think that is great. But I'm going to go into why I love. There was a period of time where I was very stuck to Sonic like glue. And that was the era of Newgrounds. Oh my fucking god! Newgrounds Sonic was a motherfucking shit where fans would create their own storyline instead of going with the stupid ass canon shit. I fucking love Sonic on Newgrounds. I would do nothing. I would spend hours on end looking at sprite animations for Sonic, looking at Sonic storylines like Tails is or abandoned child and Sonic is a drunk. I fucking love those things. Like literally, and Shadow's a douchebag. I love those Sonic animations. Every fucking thing on Newgrounds with Sonic. Literally, I watched Sonic vs. Mario 10 times on 10 different accounts. Literally, in the evolution of Sonic vs. Mario, literally, Sonic vs. Mario War on Newgrounds, all that shit on Newgrounds. I fucking love Newgrounds. Back when Newgrounds was the fucking shit, all those Dragon Ball Z stick animations, you can't tell me Newgrounds wasn't the fucking shit. All those alternate fucking storylines that people created back when you didn't need to pass the test, back when everything was about being intellectual and having fun. Nowadays, we have to be super crazy to a core where you have to take tests like that, or else you can't speak on it. You can't just have fun anymore. You have to literally, and that's what literally made me insecure. But that's how I was into Sonic the most, like literally, because the majority of the sprite animation I watched on Newgrounds since it was dominated was Sonic. And I remember they would always literally create this tournament where literally fucking with Sonic and a whole bunch of other sprite animations will be in a Newgrounds tournament, and then you have to click on it like a game. First you read the storyline, then you click on the next level, and you get to be entertained over and over and over again. Like literally, all you have to do is explore your imagination in Newgrounds, and I fucking love that. And I see all the work that the demigod puts into his videos, literally going into detail about each and every different Sonic games, all the way from the original ones that look like Super Mario Bros. All the way to the current day. And literally, I haven't played Sonic Colors, I haven't played any of those, and I heard that those were pretty good. I only heard about those. That literally is so fucking crazy to me. That literally, I'm infatuated with literally doing shit with Sonic. And literally, but actually watching Sonic and actually being a hardcore Sonic fan is literally so tough for me. The same reason why I like Sonic 06 is the same reason why I used to make AMVs without watching the show. Like, I would literally look at the graphics, I'm like, oh, those graphics are pretty cool, so I'm gonna like put him a docket box clip in this AMV only because I like the way he looks and I actually want to watch the show. And literally, a lot of people say that that's gay, a lot of people say that's really, really bad, but you know, I learned over time when I started like, you know, getting play and shit, that, oh, you like what you see? Then what's the problem? And that's how I got a lot of girls in life. That's why a lot of people criticize me. But back on the Sonic, I found Sonic a very good franchise. I found it really cool. I know it got milked to the core. I know a lot of Sonic games today are ass. I know the current Sonic games really don't have good reviews. I know this and that, but I have not really gone into the depths of every single different Sonic game. I find Dr. Eggman really, really interesting. And after I got into Death Battle and after I got into a lot of other nerd shit, I wish Eggman was a little bit more OP. I feel like Dr. Eggman is literally as crazy as Dr. Jerome, but he doesn't get as nearly as much credit. I feel like he should get just as much credit as Sonic, but they treat him like literally a joke in the show. And literally, I feel like Dr. Eggman literally has a really good scheme, a really good plot, but I really feel like he really fails to literally bring it out. And Sonic X, like literally, there are other forces other than Eggman that literally gave Sonic more of a threat to him. And I found that pretty cheap, and I found that, you know, pretty out there. And I did not like how they centered Knuckles and Sonic X either. I was so into that. But let's go into the real why I fuck with Sonic. This is literally the hardest thing since Newgrounds. The biggest thing that I love from Sonic was Mecha Sonic the movie. That is my favorite animated film of all time. Fuck all this other shit. Literally, almost better than the previous Z films. Literally, I don't know what's better, the Mecha Sonic movie or the Pegasus arc in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because what happened was I bought both of those at Blockbuster. I fucking love Mecha Sonic. Literally, that is my favorite fucking villain of literally. I have not even Mio 2 is close to Mecha Sonic. I love Mecha Sonic because literally how intense he was, how much of a threat he put the world at stake, literally how intense the storyline is. Every single piece of like media should be captivating like that, literally. And literally, Mecha Sonic made you care for him as a villain. He made you literally hate him as a villain. He made you scared of him yet care for him at the same time. I fucking love Mecha Sonic. He's really one of the best written like villains of all time. And literally, Mecha Sonic will always be harder. I really find like Amy interesting in some ways. I feel like, you know, her takes to Sonic is a pretty cool gag. I don't like Amy as a character, but I like literally fucking, you know, archetypes she creates. She's pretty cute, but you know, that's just my personal opinion. She doesn't have anything on roots. I really feel like we should do more Peach's character design. I'm sorry if I keep talking about the trip, but you don't know how hard it is to draw a peak. Seriously, like her fucking her face looks like a mask and shit. Lily's so crazy. Lily fucking, that shit was so fucking mania. And Lily, I felt that Lily, I feel like Amy originated a whole lot of other, you know, girls chasing like Lily protagonists and shit. Like, I feel like she originated Sakura. Even though Sakura wasn't inspired by her, I feel like she gave birth to that archetype of Lily, woman who supports the main character in like so many different ways, safe and forums. And Lily, I feel like Amy is a big role model. As much as I hate her, she's a great role model. Lily, fucking the way she beats like Sonic's ass and shit like that with the hammer, I feel like that's hella fucking crazy. Like, you don't know how many different running gags that can make. And Lily, I feel like that is a really nasty concept, especially for it revolving around animals. That is a nasty ass concept. I really like think that Sonic Lily went downhill over the years, but I feel like there was so much crazy shit going on. Like, I heard about Hyper Sonic. I heard that he was way more OP, that he can, that different versions of Sonic can beat Goku in certain instances. And I heard that like one of the songs can match up with Flash. I learned a whole bunch of different shit after I started becoming a real nerd and shit like that. But I wouldn't do the research myself. I really let all the other guys do that shit, and I'll really just listen and be informed. But to actually like know the roots of Lily, Sonic is like saying that you have to learn why Donkey Kong was in Mario, and that is super fucking hard for me. I am not willing to do all that, but I'm super jealous of people who do. I don't have the drive that you guys do to do that amount of research. That is one of my insecurities. You guys go hard as fuck because of how much work you put into your franchise. But again, I wish I was a bigger Sonic fan, but I still put it on for a franchise because I got to go to Fan Made with Stephanie. If you don't know who Stephanie is, go back to season 1 and go watch Stephanie the Furry. She was one of my best friends, Lily, who cosplayed as Amy, and we went to a convention together. And so Lily, there's a whole lot of history that I have with Sonic. It's definitely one of my favorite franchises, but it's not something that I can really heavily just dive into, but I do appreciate it for what it is. And I'm really, if you want my personal opinion, I'm surprised that Knuckles didn't have his own game. I feel like Knuckles should have his own game. And Lily, I really wish that they did more with like Team Vector. And why did they wait so long to put like, you know, Team Vector into, you know, the spotlight, you know. There was so much other shit that I like about the franchise, but this is literally just the history of me and Sonic. I hope you enjoyed this video. And please go check out the Demigod Productions, Sonic the Ghetto Hawk. He's really funny. He's the one who really inspired me to make this video, because this is literally somebody who went all out into something instead of somebody who just literally did bits and pieces and improvised with his other shit. I feel like that is really a hardcore fan, and I wish I was that hardcore when it comes to that. So Lily, so this is my history of Sonic. This is Lil Tricks, I'm out.